Okay, guys, today we are going to deal with angle relationships and parallel lines. Here you can see I have two parallel lines that are broken with a transversal. This is almost exactly the same as this, except for they moved it. So I'm going to combine it to make one. Okay, I have an X at the top, I have nothing to the sides, and I have a 107 at the bottom. Sorry, I'm back. I don't know what I was saying there, but I combined them as one, and this isn't supposed to be 110. It's supposed to be 107 out of here. Sorry, I got sidetracked. Someone was trying to get in my office. Okay, so X was at the top. At the bottom, I had a 107, and I don't know what either of my sides are. So if they are directly on top of each other or looking directly at each other, like how these two, those are called vertical angles. See how that line goes between the two? Vertical angles. If they're vertical angles, they are the same. So I don't have to do anything. I know that my answer is 107. On this one, remember, it's the exact same thing in two places, so I'm going to put them together as one. I have an X over here. I have a 103 down here. If you look at my X and my 103, they're right beside each other. They form a straight line. A straight line equals 180. So in order to figure out what X is, I take 180 and I subtract 103 from it. I can't do 0 minus 3, so I borrow. This becomes a 7. This becomes a 10. 10 minus 3 gives me 7. 7 minus 0 gives me 7. And 1 minus nothing gives me, 1 minus 1 gives me nothing. So I know that X is equal to 77. On this one, same thing twice. I'm going to combine it as one so I don't have a headache. Have a line going here, one like this. In this empty space down here, they have an X. This empty space up here at the top, they have a 76. They're vertical angles. They're almost staring at each other. That means they're the same, okay? 76. The reason why I like to use that shortcut is because I don't want to go through doing a bunch of extra calculations, but you're more than welcome to. Remember how we said that if they form a straight line, that is 180? This 76 and this angle here form a straight line, so they would be 180. So I would take 180 and I would subtract out the 76, and I would be left with, borrow from here, 104. Okay? So this piece will be 104. I'm not sure if you can see it, but this 104 angle combines with my X to give me 180. So then I would take 180 minus 104, and I will be back at 76. To me, that's unnecessary when I could have just looked here and saw that they were vertical angles and that they would be the same. We're going to try that again because I was using it to help a different student. I think. Let's click done and let's get back to this thing again. Okay, so on this one, I don't know if this is the exact same one we did, but we are going to combine them together to make one. Put this one with this one. I have a X, okay? At the top, X is here. Over here on this side, what is this foolishness? Oh, over here on this side, there's a 131. These two come together to form a straight line. Because they're a straight line, they have to equal 180. 180 minus 131. I can't do 0 minus 1, so I borrow. This becomes a 7. Now I have 10 minus 1, which gives me a 9, and 7 minus 3 gives me a 4. So I know that the missing piece is 49. Over here, same thing, twice. I'm going to combine it to make one. Top part of this line was 89. This angle here was X. That's what we're trying to figure out. They come together to form a straight line. So I do 180 minus 89. I can't do 0 minus 9, so I borrow. My 8 becomes a 7, and my 0 becomes a 10. 10 minus 9 is 1. 7 minus 8, I can't do that. 17 minus 8 gives me 9, though. So I now know that my answer is 91. This one, it's the same thing twice. Boom, boom. When I combine them, act like that's the same. I see that they have an X here at the top, and at the bottom one they have a 34 here. They want to know what is X. Hmm, looks to me like it's 34. On this one, combine them to make 1. X up here at the top, 105 down here at the bottom. Remember, we can do all of that extra calculations, or we can realize that those are vertical angles because they're staring each other right in the eye, and the answer to X has to be 105. On this one, let's take our line, combine them. At the bottom down here, we have a X. Up the top over here, we have a 46. Those come together to form a straight line. So now I have 180 minus 46. I can't do 0 minus 6, so I borrow from my 8, which makes it a 7. My 0 becomes a 10. 10 minus 6 is 4. 7 minus 4 is 3. So I now know, oh, I almost forgot about my 1. 1 minus nothing is 1. I now know that my missing angle for x is 134 degrees. 2 more and we're done. If I look here, I can combine them, or I can just look and see this in the exact same position. I know the answer is 50, but if you can't do that, it's okay. I take this piece, I take this piece, and I write it as 1. In this little corner over here, they have an X up here. Down here, they have a 50. They want to know what is X. Looks to me like X is 50. Over here, we're going to combine them as 1. Over here, they have a 56. On this side, they have an X. Because they're staring each other directly in the eye as vertical angles, I know that they are the same. So the answer has to be 56. If you are a person who needs to do the extra math and say, hey, this is a straight line, so 56 subtracted from 180 will give me something like 124. So if this is 124, then this forms another straight line. So then I have to do 180 minus 124, which would still get me 56. It's easier if you just look at it, guys. And we are done.